I had forgotten something, and God let me remember it. When I was a child, I remember that crazy woman, Shaquita Washington, beating that insane daughter of hers, all in her head, all in that bedroom back off from that. You know what I'm saying? And I was wondering why she was beating her, and she was, I knew, I can remember it was because of my mom. You know what I'm saying? It had something to do with my mom, the reason why she was beating her like that. And I do believe it was because she was probably sleeping with my mother's boyfriends. I can't remember. I was like, why is this woman beating that girl like that, all in her head with that shoe and stuff like that? And it scared me how she used to beat that girl like that when she was supposed to go to jail for what she was doing to that girl. That's why her brain is all messed up. But her insane daughter was probably sleeping with my mother's boyfriends, and that's probably why she was beating her daughter that day, because my mother had probably told her. And that's probably why she hated my mother so much, because she hated my mother and she hated me. She hated my mother. And I remember that time when my mother was going to fight her, and she was all looking all crazy, and she had slammed my brother's fingers in the door, and she hated my mother. And she had me evicted out of that house on my mother's birth month. She planned that shit out, man. That woman is insane. You should see this sick woman. She was sleeping with my cousin Joey and sicked him on me, and was up there. Those witches was in there hoping that he was going to murder me that day in that house, like they had been getting away with all their sick, insane seances and witchcraft and hoodoo and all of that. These are straight up witches. You should have seen how they worked to me when I was trying to get up out of that house. That evil that I felt when I was getting away from there. But guess what, you witches? I remember. I remember how she was beating you all in your head. Of course you hated my mother. Of course. And she was probably sleeping with my mother's boyfriends and stuff too, because my mother was the prettiest. You know what I'm saying? She was probably so jealous of my mother. My mother was way better looking than them animal looking. My mother didn't have animal toenails. I don't believe that those was actually her sister. I don't believe that woman was actually her sister. I don't believe it. I believe she was infiltrated into my family to try to destroy me, because she was a beast from hell. I never forget how she came to my chess match. She begged to come. I said, Shaquita, that's this man I play chess with. He's a executive up there at the unemployment office, and no one can beat him, but I beat him all the time. She's, oh, I want to watch. I brought her up there. Next thing you know, she was on his side. I was playing two people. And God is my witness. That's how that woman had did me all my life. Always talking about how smart I am, and always trying to hold me back and make me into nothing. She was deliberately destroying my artwork and making me look like an idiot as I was packing her trash and moving her garbage and trying to save her at times. And it was embarrassing how she used to put up with all that garbage from front to back, all through the seats. And it was, and the city knows. The city knows what I was going through with it, but instead they was going to let that woman destroy my Seminole Yasame legacy of being a Seminole Yasame tribal artist. They was going to let her destroy everything about me. Let those two witches destroy everything about me, of their hatred for me. You can't tell me that ain't hatred for me. Even if I wasn't their family member, I want them to explain how they thought it was all right to do me like that when they never helped me at all with that house in 20 years. Not at all. But gonna sell it while I was sick. They were supposed to be helping me. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. But instead they tried to make me suffer and then sell the house after they knew all my art was in there too. They knew this. That's some dirty, evil, demonic shit, boy. But guess what? The world's gonna see it. Yes, Cold Windows Worker is gonna defeat these two Stickiny. That's what they are, Stickiny. I've been saying it wrong. Stickiny. Two Stickiny witches from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Tulsa, Oklahoma was infested with Stickiny. And that's where they came from. Came to destroy me from Tulsa. Wow. But looks what's going to happen to him. The Great Spirit's going to handle him.